I really need another playbook. I'm tired of playing with Carolina. I need something. What do you use? Do I have gold uniforms? Gold is too close to white for the away jersey, I guess.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006. We welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from the Superdome. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
He wants to run the ball.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. That will qualify as an angry run, powering his way forward.
That was clicking like crazy.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Throwing on second down. Stroud. Oh, intercepted
that should
on the
have never
second
been picked.
play of the game.
Never.
It's the
Never.
linebacker, Jack Campbell.
That was
And he's
led
going to bring this
pass.
one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He knocks it through. The Saints are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Shows defense.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. They gain 18 yards on that long. First down for Houston. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's a toss as they look to run. They'll push forward.
Boom, that guy.
Down to about the 27. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's a tricky formation. Pass.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Thrown left side, the catch is made.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And now the first down for Joe Mixon. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Stroud. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
That clicked it. Just a hair too early.
Touchdown, Texans. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. Damn. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. I have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Once again, it's Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. To throw, it's Rattler. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. Let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
They'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting.
Nice.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28. Now, Stroud. This one is brought in by Jarrett. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A second down throw for Stroud. This is caught at the 2. And he is going to be out of bounds. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Little player at top.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Let's go.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
All right.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I cannot put that in.
Here's Rattler. He's got his man. That's Olave. A gain of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 14-7 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. Now Rattler gonna throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing, and
he will go all the way.
Dot. Got him up.
A beautiful
Put it on the
combination
board.
in the air there. The
I might have
pass
missed it.
downfield and
Nope.
bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins.
Come on,
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Stroud going to set up to throw. He keeps it himself. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Those are the plays that hurt. Because as a defense, Mike, you feel like you do everything right in your coverage. There's nowhere to go with the ball, but you leave just enough space for the quarterback to not only break contain, but to get outside and pick up the first down with his legs.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Here's Stroud.
No.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point.
That's picked.
And this one is blocked.
Should have been picked, man.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. First and 10. Looking to throw. Rattler. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now, faking the give. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Rattler. He's going to look downfield once again. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Rattler now back to throw. To the left side. It's caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Back to the air one more time. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Touchdown, New Orleans. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away.
Bang, bang, bang. Right down the field, baby. Now,
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Give me the ball.
They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Give it to me.
Now a give on the ground. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle.
Left edge.
Second and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Taking off.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
To the game.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We're back to New Orleans. After
As he
this,
tries to come back.
here comes 3rd and 6.
Right here in the middle.
From the gun, here's Stroud.
No.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
Good job.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Stroud. That's over the middle.
Get out of the way.
Intercepted.
Oh, yeah.
And the Saints
Supposed
are
to go
going to
right
have
down
it here at their own 9-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That long, complete to A.T. Perry. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A huge play just before the half. 32 yards. Throwing is Rattler. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, it's Rattler. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. Past midfield.
You're welcome.
Inside the 30.
Mother freak.
And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown.
Predetermined that shit.
We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So now that late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, they're going to try to extend it by 2 more. Throwing is Stroud. That is incomplete. And the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Rattler. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I'm coming back to the.
Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy. So if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
They'll start this one with a three tight end look. They'll run on first down with Mixon. And just a short gain there, down to the 38.
That was freaking 6.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is Stroud. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a third and 2. Back to throw, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will remain a 5-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Now Rattler going to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency?
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field.
Rather get the ball up top.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one...
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over.
A second down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. That is not going to do. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Can show my stock, still stack tall, you still can't trade it.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Oh, the teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part, I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A throw on the run is complete. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
It's not the big play they were hoping
Come on,
for,
baby.
but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Oh my
Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. And waiting, no signal. He did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
4.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
That's his natural.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Stroud to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Texans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike. And
to the end zone, it's intercepted.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Throwing now is Rattler. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Out comes Slide for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Saints will open up a 6-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Playing cloud coverage right there. It's crazy.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This one is brought in by Jarrett.
Playing
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's not leverage,
We've now
man.
seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
So
missed 2
no
field
shortage
goals.
of
Should be
offense in this
tied.
one as we end the
3
third.
missed 3.
We'll return.
Missed 2 or 3.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. But they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Rattler now back to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Downfield for Njoku. That is caught! And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sly now for the point after. The kick is good. The Saints will open up a 6-point lead.
Quarters.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Short game there, down to the 10. On 2nd down, Stroud. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Up the sideline at the 35. 18 yards. And a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line
Here we
right between
go.
do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll throw it left and has his running back. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They come up for 2nd and 2. Here's Stroud. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Now, Stroud. Going for it all. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That was crazy.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. He's to the 25. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 10. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 90 yards.
Bang, 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 bang.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Wow.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And that ball incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Another
Well,
one.
Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you
That's
jump
crazy.
the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.
Good gosh. I got inflated rushing. Is that little tutty? Take away the 90. Ain't good.